So I'm driving to the Spartan right now. My heat starts at 11. I'll be there at 9. Make sure that I check in and everything goes smoothly. And I'm gonna give you a little backstory on myself. My son is a track athlete, so I've taken him to a lot of different trainings. And there's a few tricks and tips that I've gleaned from watching him practice. So number one is to keep your body warm before you start a race like this. So even though it's 65 degrees outside, I still have a couple of layers on. I have my track pants on, I have my hoodie on, and then whenever it comes to race time, my muscles will be nice and warmed up. I am gonna do a little bit of mild stretching before I get started, but that comes a few hours later. Right now we're just driving to the race. I'm gonna pull off to a convenience store, get me a little low energy drink before I get started. So let's see what they got today. One flavor for sure I know I love is this guy right here. It's the Rain Sour Gummy Worm. And then I'm gonna try Cherry Limeade. But they're 2 for $5, so how can you not get 2? Yeah, even though I get them for free, I still go and buy them at the convenience store. It's okay. All right, I'm gonna drink up while I head to the place. That is so solid. The thing about Rain and Bang and Rainstorm and Monster, even though they're sugar-free, you don't really taste it that much. I don't know what their formula is, but they got it figured out. They do sugar-free better than anybody else. We made it to the spot. I'll get some B-roll to show you how big this event actually is. There's quite a bit of people already here, and I'm just thinking about the past 15 days, the 2 weeks of this boot camp that I put myself through, and what it actually means to show up for yourself every day and be the best version of yourself, not only for you, but for the people that are counting on you. And I hope that you're finding inspiration and the desire to start making things happen so that you can be the best version of yourself and give yourself longevity for yourself, for those that are counting on you, and for the future you. I brought my GoPro. It'll be on my chest. Whenever I run through these obstacles, I will be documenting everything with the GoPro. I don't know how great the picture is gonna be, but I'm excited about that part, and I will do a little bit of commentary on the good stuff that happens, or the bad stuff that happens. Hopefully I can get through all 20 obstacles and not have to do too many burpees, but we have been practicing our burpee endurance, so it shouldn't be a big deal. All right, I'm gonna do the thing. Wish me luck.
Spartan! What is
So as soon as they said go, I wanted to jump right in and be ready to rock and roll. But I started at the back of the heat. So we had to cross, everybody had to cross this bridge whenever you start. So that put us at a little bit of a bottleneck, but once we got over that bridge, I was able to pass a few people. I was really happy with how this GoPro footage turned out. I used a GoPro Hero 4 with a chest mount. Whenever we go to normal speed, you can actually hear, if you listen really close, you can hear my heartbeat, which I thought was also kind of interesting. The very first obstacle, we had to hop over this fence that was around the same height as whenever you joined your heat, so not too difficult there. The second obstacle was this tall hurdle that we had to jump over. Now the body weight exercises and upper body workouts really helped me fly through these two pretty easily. There was a lot of sand and cactus on this trail. You had to really watch where you stepped, but nothing too daunting. There were plenty of water stops along the way, but my time would have been better if I hadn't had to stop for water. I think maybe next year I'm going to bring my own water pack so I don't have to stop as often.
How does this work?
Or I can just keep going at a slower pace. For obstacle number 3, we had to crawl through the sand, and this is where I wish I would have been leading the pack. I held up for a bit because I didn't want the person in front of me's feet to be right in my face and to be eating their dust. Obstacle 4 had us go under the bridge that we walked over at the start. So far, no real difficult obstacles. So on this obstacle, I'm 100% sure that I would have made it all the way across these monkey bars had I not had my gloves covered in sand from the previous 2 obstacles. You can see I slipped right at the last rung. If this was American Ninja Warrior, I would have been done for. At this moment, I changed my strategies to no gloves for hanging obstacles. I was surprisingly keeping my pace, running around a 15-minute mile, which when you consider the obstacles and the crowded start, is about what I was expecting. The 2 Saturdays before had been about 15-minute miles as well. Right here is when I decided I would only use my gloves for rope obstacles. Obstacle 6, we carried these buckets for maybe a quarter mile. I shifted from one shoulder to the next one time. Still nothing too bad yet. Lower body workouts really helping me out here.
Somebody take this bucket. Enjoy.
Again, getting slowed down by these water breaks. At this point, I had caught up to a Marine who was chanting a cadence the whole way. It got me pumped and made me want to keep up with him. Here is where I ran into my first real challenge. We needed to carry cannonballs down and back, but obviously I hadn't prepared myself well enough for the black cannonball, so I had to swallow my pride, carry the red one instead.
Oh yeah?
Next year I'm going to be ready for the heavier cannonball. The gloves came out for this next one, where we had to pull a weighted sled towards us and then drag it back to its original position for the next person.
I guess so. They're all the same weight, 60 pounds. What a guy. Thank you, man.
Slowed down by another water break. If you listen closely, you can hear the Marine doing his cadence.
I got the one that a little sand fell out of.
There was more carrying on obstacle 9. These bags were filled with rocks. Still not too bad.
Here we go, here we go. I got a trotter. Okay, who trotted?
I guess at this point I was committed. There is no way out but the finish line. So I wasn't going to admit I was tired. There were multiple points on the trail where I was encouraged to keep going, and I was getting fist bumps from volunteers and participants alike. I had definitely learned from experience that sand-covered gloves were not going to help.
Good, bro. Got it.
I still made it through no problem.
Good job, bud.
Obstacle 11 was this wall crawl, and still not too tough either. At this point, I was feeling like I had run through at least 3K. And my prediction for myself was that I would have completed this challenge in about 45 to 48 minutes. And if this was a true 5K, I would have been right. After the wall climb, I looked at my watch, and I had completed a little over a 5K. I learned later that while you're completing your obstacles, the actual distances during those obstacles do not count for your 5K total. All good. I'll just need to train for 4.5 to 5 miles next year. Here's me asking the volunteers if I was on the right trail.
Yeah. All right. Good.
I really enjoyed the climbing obstacles. Obstacle 12 complete. This was the last obstacle that I was able to capture, and that's a shame because there's a lot of other fun obstacles that I would have liked you to see.
Let's go! Right here! It's a race! Let's go!
My major takeaways from this challenge was to bring a second battery for the GoPro. I need to practice more on my endurance. I need to bring my own water and only use gloves on the rope obstacles. There was only 2 obstacles that I didn't complete, or I would have considered a loss, and that was the rope climb, where I was just out of reach of the actual belt, and the spear throw, where I came very close but ultimately missed the mark, so I had to do 30 burpees. Overall, I'd say I was pretty prepared for the race, and that ChatGPT and my daily discipline definitely helped me feel ready and do as good of a job as I could have expected after preparing myself for only 15 days.
No time, no time.
That was it. I did it. It took a little bit longer than I thought, but the actual race itself was longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a true 5K. And let's look. I'm going to look at my rings right now. Outdoor run, 4.4 miles. So I thought it was going to be 5K, which is about 3.1, 3.2. Ended up being 4.4 miles, 4.5 miles. And the funny thing about it is whenever you're out there, it's like, okay, I realize I went longer than I had trained for, but we're in it. We're still going. We're still doing it. So, fun fact, your boy finally finished. Took me 11 minutes and 13 seconds according to the official Spartan standings here. And fun fact, I was in the age group males 40 to 44, and I came in 27th out of 60. So right there in the middle of the pack, which is not too bad considering I have never ever done anything like this before, and really never trained for it. Spent about 2 weeks training for it, and here we go. Maybe that answers our question, maybe not. At least I have a ground floor now, a new ground floor, and I'll know next year whenever we come out to Devine, Texas to run this bad boy again, what I'm up against. I will train harder and more appropriately for the event, and we're going to get better results. The idea is to get better results. And overall synopsis about how I feel about this race is I showed up for myself, I pushed myself, and now I know that I can do this, and we will be doing it again. So let you look at the medal one more time. Look at it. Yeah. That's kind of cool. I'll see you back at our live workouts. We're gonna step it up a notch now. I'm excited, and we are going to have some bigger, better, stronger workouts. And of course, we'll go to ChatGPT. We're gonna blend our Spartan Boot Camp and our daily disciplines, and we are going to take it up a notch because I want you to be the best version of yourself for you, the future you, And the people that are counting on you, they deserve it. And let's be honest, you deserve it too. Farewell, chat.